Are we rolling? Yes.
Hello, and welcome to the Soprano sing-along tape for Thy Light Within Us Shining. It's a little puppeteering. At any rate, so today we're going to go over the soprano part, or the melody for Thy Light Within Us Shining. And we're going to go over some of the kind of the shaping notes that we want to work on, and just like some practical tips for how to make this song easier. Because I know a lot of sopranos complain about this song being really high and challenging, and I get a lot of grief hearing about that. So let's just let's get some nice foundational work in place here, and give you some nice building blocks to make this song more fun and less stressful. Okay, let's do it. So first thing I want to make sure you have with you while you're watching this video is your music. Make sure you have your printed music with you right now. All of you, printed music, have it. Second thing you're going to need is a pencil. Have it. Get it. Make sure you have a pencil, not a pen, a pencil, and your music in front of you, okay? Hopefully in your music binders. You always have your binder with you. You get a star if you have your binder and your pencil. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into this thing. That's not your part, that's Star Wars. Anyway, alright, sopranos. So, Thy Light Within Us Shining. This is a great song, and you're gonna love it. So, I think the most important part of this song is going to be breath and practicing long tones. What I'm gonna recommend, and I will cut it in there somewhere, is practicing. So this song has a lot of notes on E and a couple good ones. No, just on E. So what we want to do is let's just go ahead and do it. Excuse me. Let's just go ahead and do a couple long tones. So we want to practice the notes that we're going to sing. So for example, we have to sing that note on shown. So take the word that you're actually going to sing, and we might as well get really specific. So you have to sing shown. So practice singing shown as a long tone on that note. So let's just do that. Let's go shown. Shown. Great. It's basically O, right? It's basically the vowel own with sh, o, and then at the end. And then we have to do it again in soar. Soar. And on how. How. Now I'll give you a trick. For how, don't try and say how, because switching vowels can be challenging. Just do how. Just do a really open and then just hit the W at the end. Excuse me, that's a different part. But, and actually that wasn't even the E, that's actually lower. Anyway, sorry, so we don't actually have to sing that on that note, but that'll be like. Like. Uh-oh. No, I was wrong. How is an E? So, like I said in the other video, I don't claim to be infallible, especially in treble clef. So how is an E? Half like. We have to hit an F on like. So let's spend a second and just try and warm up our throats here on like. Like. And go ahead and pause the video, go back, and just sing like a couple of times until you really feel that your voice has relaxed and that you're learning how to place that note. Do it with the utmost emphasis on relaxation, ease, and an open throat, an open instrument. Like, excuse me, like sheep. And then sheep, again, we're on that E. Sheep. And then we have it again on now. Now. And then we have another F on ed. An E on by. And then we have another E on re. So sing re. So we're pretty good. Basically, and I apologize, I'm kind of rushing these because I'm running out of time. But basically, long tones on E and F are going to be your friends. So I'm just going to pluck those notes here, and you can take the time to sing those as long tones as long as you like. And I really encourage you to take that time. So here's the E. Excuse me. Here's the E. So practice that on E. E. Do that on A. I'll do it with you on A. O. O. And U. Go back through and do those again a couple times. Okay. And let's do E. So you can hear my voice is kind of rattling around, and I'm trying to find where the best placement is. And that's okay. If that's what's happening to you, take this opportunity to explore your voice. Singing is not about perfection, or at least not how we sing right now, because we're not perfect professionals, but it's about improving. So try and find a way to improve the way you're placing that note, even if it's not perfect. So let's do that on A. And A. Before doing these, please be sure to have warmed up. Here's A. O. Let's do U. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and sing this thing now. So, sopranos, you have the melody. So your part, your melody is like the spine. The melody is the spine of the song. It is the center of the piece from which all other parts are hung from. Without the spine, the song doesn't carry its energy, its vital vibration. So your part is really essential. And so as such, not only is the music important, but your understanding of the piece is critical. So we've gone over the lyrics, we've gone over some of the musical parts, like the dynamics, the crescendos and things like that. But I really encourage you to spend the time listening to this song and then meditating or feeling in your heart and try to have an experience of what the vibration of this song is and what its message is. What is it really saying? I remember the first time I sang the oratorio, which is 50 songs long, and we got to the end and we sang this song and I finished and I was in such an uplifted place. I sat down, I had to sit down, and I sat in an uplifted feeling of just joyful freedom. And I was in that place for like 40 minutes and I didn't move. I didn't want to move. I couldn't move. And this is a really powerful piece, so I encourage you to listen to it, sing it with a sense of curious reverence, and try and discover what power you can in this music. So now, with that preamble, let's sing just the first phrase. We're just going to go to lies. So your starting note is lie. So here we go. Thy light within us shining has shone where freedom lies. So you have some really beautiful parts here, and I've been singing for about the last hour and a half, so my voice is starting to get a little raw. I'm sorry I left you guys for last. I gotta practice more. But shone, you have this beautiful note. I want you to circle shone, circle that note, and circle the word, because you have this beautiful soaring note on shone, and it's like you are showing the way musically. You're saying this is what has been shown, and so really emphasize that, and emphasize that with the sweetness of your voice, and with the placement of your voice, and with the energy behind the note. So let's just practice that. Just really feeling shown. First, we want to make sure we get the note right, and then we'll place the energy. So thy light within us shining has shone where freedom lies. So the other thing to keep into account here is the upward momentum has shown where. So we go up and then we come back down, and it's this beautiful phrase. It's sort of like a swing set, how the swing goes up and then it comes back down, but it's this graceful thing. So you can think, I actually want you to write grace. Grace, grace. Because it's like God's grace that has shown us where freedom lies, but also that sense of grace, of moving with poise through that musical passage. So, the other thing I want us to look at, where freedom lies. We come up on lies, onto a very aspirational note. So let that aspiration fill your voice, fill your heart, and come out on lies. Lies is very hopeful. So let's sing that again. Our starting note is thy. Here we go. Thy light within us shining, has shone where freedom lies. Good, and let's continue on. If you have to take a catch breath before shone because it's a high note, do it. It's better to take a catch breath and really feel comfortable through shone than to force yourself not to breathe and miss that note. Because like I said, it's grace. It's a beautiful note. So feel free to breathe. Let's continue on. From earth is the start of this next passage. From earthly walls confining. So as we've said before, we have a beautiful contrast coming up. From earthly walls confining to soar in spirit skies. So really feel that confining energy of the anguishing monotony of duality expressed here. It doesn't have to be over much, but just let it be like a distant memory, or a memory at least. From is our note. From earthly walls confining to soar in spirit skies. So you'll notice spirits, skies, spirits does not go down. It stays because we're soaring in spirit skies. Similarly, to soar in, we have that same graceful thing. But here, circle soar because we're soaring. Think about your voice is soaring. And to soar in spirit skies. And one thing you can do here, you could write home above the note skies, because this time we're dropping down.
I'm sorry, we can't see what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring that up. There we go. So, sorry about that. Hope you were able to follow along just from the audio. To soar in spirit skies. But, as I was saying, right home above skies, because this time we're feeling like that the spirit skies is our home. And when we hit that note on skies, feel like that note, that resonance, that place of placement is home. So let's back up just a little bit, and let's take it from. So our starting note is from. Here we go. From earthly walls confining to soar in spirit skies. So again, feel free to take a catch breath right before to soar in spirit skies if you need it. And now we're gonna take a big breath before how oft. So now this song is all about dancing back and forth between how often in the past this is what reality is, but now we see that this is what's real. So here we begin, like I said before, how oft like sheep we've strayed apart. So and now we're up to mezzo forte. So let's take a big deep breath. How oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy ray, in inner freedom of the heart, our night has turned to day. So heart, we're going up. We go up musically. So circle heart and feel that it's that aspiring quality of the heart, the aspirational quality, the upward flow of energy is epitomized here on that note of the heart. And then again, like I said before, contrasting night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord. That's one of my favorite chants. But day, again, feels like home. You can even write that in. Day feels like a home. So, we've talked about this, but the tying notes, the notes with this line between them, that's called a slur. And that means that they're tied together. Another word for that is actually tie. So feel like energetically they're the same. You're moving freely between them. This is great. We're going to just sing this again. Let's sing it all the way through from top to bottom. I'm going to go back. And let's just take a look at how oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy ray. We'll sing that a couple times, then we'll sing in inner freedom of the heart, our night has turned to day a couple times, and then we'll sing the whole song. How oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy ray, in inner freedom of the heart, our night has turned to day. I'm sorry, I forgot to stop in the middle. So let's highlight here. Let's come back to now guided by thy ray. We're the only moving passage on guided. So let's bring that out. Now guided by thy ray, right? I'm actually going to also bring to your attention that we have some buddies. So we're just going to pop down here to the very last note. We are in unison. The sopranos are in unison with the basses. So you can circle this note and write however you want, bass buddies. So you could write BB if that's helpful to you, or bass. I would just write bass so you know to listen to the bass. Okay? There are a few other places, like for example, if we pop back up to skies, to soar in spirit skies, write bass buddy or just bass, because you're going to be listening, because you and the bass are singing the same notes. So you need to be listening to each other to make sure that you're actually singing the same notes. And actually, let's go ahead and flip the page back And you are also buddies, as you may have caught here, you are buddies on lies with the bass. Bass buddy, so write bass above lies as well. Bass. Okay, great. So we're doing pretty good. And we'll highlight some more of them during our rehearsals together. But those are good places to start. So let's go from how often. We'll just take it until guided by thy right, and I mean it this time. How oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy ray. So breath is really important here. Take big breaths every opportunity you can to really be able to sing freely and with relaxation through those high notes. Let's do that again. How oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy rein. So if I were just singing this for me, I would practice those two notes again, because you probably heard my voice do this. Let's just try that again. How oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy ray. In inner freedom of the heart, our night has turned to day. Let's just go from in. In inner freedom of the heart. So you can kind of feel in the music how in inner freedom, and then we go back up of the, but that note doesn't really feel like it's resolved yet. But of the heart, then that explains inner freedom of the heart, and so you can enjoy that musically. Let's go from in. In inner freedom of the heart, our night has turned to day. Beautiful. I hope you're having fun, because I'm having fun. All right, let's sing this through all the way from top to bottom. If there's any parts you want to go back over, just go ahead and stop the video and go back and look again so you can make sure you're doing it right. All right, from the top. Thy light within us shining, has shone where freedom lies. From earthly walls confining, to soar in spirit skies. How oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy ray. In inner freedom of the heart, our night has turned to day. Repeat. Not thy. Sorry, so many parts in my head, I forget the starting note. Thy light within us shining, has shone where freedom lies. From earthly walls confining, to soar in spirit skies. Oft like sheep we've strayed apart, now guided by thy ray. In inner freedom of the heart, our night has turned to day. We kept our pitch too. That was great. Hooray! Alright guys, so we've just wrapped up
our sing-along videos. I'm sorry I didn't have a bouncing ball to pop along with the lyrics like those old sing-along movies. Maybe we'll work on that in the next, 20 years or so. You never know. Maybe we got a special effects budget soon. Anyway, so let's make sure we all had our pencils, right? We all were taking notes, right? Awesome. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I sure did. I got to just sing for like an hour and a half straight or more, which was great. It's good practice for me, and I hope this is going to be great practice for you. Please listen to your whole videos, not just passively, not while you check your emails, not while you play Frogger. Frogger's awesome. I don't want to hear anybody bashing on Frogger. And, do them with conscious attention. And if there's any part that you didn't sing perfectly, go back and sing it again. The reason why I'm recording these is so you can essentially get a reduced voice lesson without actually having to take a voice lesson. So that's pretty cool. Utilize this. Make the best of this. The more you practice, the more fun we're going to have together when we all get together and sing on Sundays, right? If you come and you know your part and you know the energy behind the piece and you know the phrasing and you know what we're saying, and you can just come and we can all do that all together, it's going to be so dynamic. It's going to be so much fun because that's when it really sings. That's when we get to experience it together as a group. And that is what makes singing so much fun. That's what makes music so wonderful. They actually did a study and they shown that people who sing together, it releases an endorphin in your brain that actually builds trust between the people who you sing with. So we're not just singing together, it's a real bonding experience. So treat it with the respect like you would if you were doing it with your friends, because we are friends. So let's try and bring your best to this. If you can watch this video 3 times before Sunday, and pause the video, go back if you need to, rewatch it 3 times with your pencil, make your own notes. If there's a hard part, underline it and say, practice this part, and then practice it the next time you come back and practice. Repetition is the mother of all learning. You can't just practice this once, because if you practice it once, and even if you get to a good place, if you wait 3 days, you're going to forget most of that. You have to repeat it, right? So practice once, wait a day, practice the next day, wait 2 days, practice again, or dare I say, practice every day, and then we'll get together and we'll get to have so much fun.